Alright, hello and welcome. This is Aaron with Steel Picking, and in this video we're going to be talking about the 35th annual Texas Steel Guitar Jamboree. Jacob and I just got back and had a chance to do a little video, maybe like a little insight on what we saw and some of the things that we got a chance to check out. And first off, I just wanted to thank all the people who come up to us, and we got to meet some new subscribers. We got to meet some people that have been checking out our channel, and we really appreciate the encouraging words and encouragement. And when I talked to most of y'all, I was trying to see if there's anything that we could do to improve our channel or some of the things that y'all were really positive on. And I think the reoccurring theme was that I really take my time explaining the lessons, and the answer I kept telling people when I was talking with them is that I tried to remember how it was when I was learning. And you would have players that could, just monster players, but they couldn't break it down in a simplistic way that I could understand. So when I'm talking these things out, it's not that I'm trying to just go over things over and over and over to the point of distraction. It's that I want to make sure that you're understanding, that you're getting it, even to the point where I may say something 2 or 3 times. Again, because I remember how it was when I was trying to learn, and I was just desperate to try to find some material or something that I could relate to. So all in all, everybody we talked to just had a great time getting to talk to you, and it was all positive. So that was great. We really appreciate it. Really appreciate people that actually were watching for us and would wait and come up and talk. So that was the best part of the show to me. Now the show to me also this year, the show had a different type of feel to it, a different kind of energy. We made the Saturday session, and we got there a little late, maybe 10:30. Seemed like there wasn't a lot of things going on, and so we went around, went to the vendors, looked in the jam rooms, checked out the hall, some of the pickers, and that was all good. The main thing was when we took a break and came back, and we caught the U.S. Navy band, and that was really impressive. That was one of the better bands I've ever heard. Had a good steel player, and they put on a good show. They had the way they conducted themselves. They interacted with the crowd real well. So that was really cool. I'm glad they were there, and I hope they get to come back. Another thing too, we got to hear Sarah Jory and Paul Franklin, and first time I got to hear Buck Reed play. So those pickers, and I've heard Steve Pelusic play before. They were all just great players. Paul Franklin played about as well as I've ever heard him play. It was just, he put on a great show. Kind of impromptu, which in a way I like that. And then Sarah Jory was just, she's a great showman. She really got the crowd with her, but I was telling my son, another thing I noticed with her is how she really brings the band along with her, really acknowledges the band, which is really good, because those guys are working real hard there, a lot of hours, and a lot of things are just thrown at her. There's no charts, and Roy and those guys just did a super job with that. So those things were great. The kind of sad thing was this year, that to me, was that Doug Jernigan wasn't there. They said he was having some health issues, so we wish him well, and our prayers are with him and his family. So Tommy Dodd also was sick, and I didn't find out what was going on with him, but he wasn't able to make it. So we hate to see that, and really miss those players. Now, kind of changing gears just a little bit. Before we left, we posted a video telling y'all where we're going, and had some responses to that and some things that people wanted us to check out. So one of the things that was requested or asked for was a lightweight amp. And truthfully, other than used stuff, the Telonics was just about the only booth there. Now they had, one of the vendors had the new PV amp. They've lightened those amps up too. So that would be some good things to check out. Now we also had some requests, a couple of requests about the 12-inch versus the 15-inch speaker in tone and weight. And again, PV's come up with a new, to me it's new, they're Black Widow, and they've cut some of the weight off of those speakers. Also, Eminence had some speakers there. Telonics had some things going on there. So those would all be good vendors to look at. We had some several people wanting to know about effects pedals. Basically, a lot of the stores or vendors there were having used equipment. So they had some good deals on some delays and chorus pedals, things like that. So it would have been a good time to pick a pedal up. We got to talk to the vendor at the Black Box, Sonos, I believe is how you say it. And I use one a lot here. Well, I use it all the time. He was really a nice guy, real informative. So that was a good deal, and enjoyed talking to him. The thing I saw this year, or maybe it's this way every year, I just haven't noticed, is that in the vendor rooms, there's just pretty much a continuous jam session going on. You didn't want to go into the main hall and hear those guys play, which they're all good. There was stuff going on all over, you know, the Mullen and the MSA room pretty much had multiple steel players the whole time we were there Saturday. And we went upstairs to the non-pedal room and checked that out, and that was good. We enjoyed that. And Sarah Joy made a comment about that. She went up there and played and really enjoyed something, I think, a little different for her, and so she was excited about that. So all in all, as always, it was a great experience. Like I said, it may have just been me. Like I said, when we initially got there, it was just kind of like it was kind of quiet, you know. But after we came back after the break, starting with that U.S. Navy band, it was a great evening. And Jacob and I, again, got to talk to a lot of the guys that I see commenting on the videos, and some of the guys that subscribe, some of our patron supporters. And to me, that was a highlight. The players were good. Like I said, Paul and Buck Reed and Sarah Joy and Steve Pelusic, some of those guys were really good. Just monsters on the steel, and it was good to hear them and inspire you to come home and practice. But as always, like I said, we just thank you. And if there's anything we can do to make the videos better or more informative to help y'all learn the steel, that's what we're about, that's what we're trying to do. So if you haven't made one of the shows, they had their stuff out for next year. It's not too early to get your reservations for the Steel Guitar Jamboree in Texas. It's a great show. It's one of the bigger shows still left, and be well worth your while to check it out. So for Jacob and I, thank you, and keep picking.